mindfulness in any weather. Okay.
Yeah.
You you make a record, yes, as well.
Thank you. Just to remind you, um, it looks like today is the Marvin Day because International Yoga Day, and today we give freedom expression to all yogis to express their point of view and report to the public annual report in 1 year how much you have been transformed with yourself now. Publishing annual report. Yes. And Marvin can have first he can speak and take as much time he wants. Today is Marvin Day to begin, International Yoga Day. So happy International Yoga Day and welcome. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, happy
Yogis and
International Yoga
tantrics.
Day.
Yes,
Should I say
Marvin.
so? Yes, okay. But I thought you were also the yogi being tested with heat without electricity. But yeah, well, thank you then. Well, I do not have much to say now that I have the floor. Um, it's been an interesting year.
Annual report. Your
You know,
witness, perceiver, watching
right.
what Marvin did in 1 year. That's it. Pure witness.
Pure witness.
Pure witness.
I lost a lot of money. Last years I was focused a lot on the spiritual th side of things, with yoga. So I'm glad we got into Tantra because I was not really paying attention to material side. That was a couple of years ago now. And I see myself playing with cycles, relating especially to the roots, to family, realizing that I used to be a little bit desperate because cycles would repeat themselves, like vicious cycles. And now I realize that actually they're repeating themselves even faster, maybe to the point of full dissolution. Like the cycle repeat itself, like the wheel of life, and it's repeating, but faster, 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 faster. There is always that lesson of love behind things because unconsciously I find myself observing judgment. I was not observing before. I was more like taken by the experience and the act itself, fully involved into it, like we see with the different levels in Tantra. So it's been interesting year. I found a really nice job at the start of the year after doing alchemy course, which was really nice. Something I finally have a job that I really enjoy doing, which is massage therapist. So I'm turning to that in a few weeks. I'll be doing this full time, which is very nice because it invites me to be fully present and feeling from the heart space, instead of being in the mind. So it's a very grounding experience. I also feel like I'm bringing value to people. And I also have the day trading on the side, which is very materialistic in nature and doesn't bring any value to the world. Actually, might remove it and make life harder for a lot of people because of so much speculation on prices and markets. Everybody's feeling the heaviness of that. So I have these two jobs, and yeah, it's been a really nice journey with day trading because it's been breaking my a lot of perceptions about myself because I find myself in situations where I just lose myself and I lose the money, I lose my emotions, I lose my stability just because of that simple desire in the moment or seeking no more power, seeking more resources, with no apparent purpose because I have what I need right now. Maybe I could enjoy a bit more, um, yeah, better house or whatever. But so I'm still in that process. It's improving over the years, 4 years and a half now. But it's been really interesting journey because through losing a lot of money, then you can also become a better person by losing the attachment and just the judgment, because you find yourself in a position where you see yourself and you're like, oh wow, how can I be so dumb? Sometimes. But you find the playfulness in that because that's the what we all suffer from, ignorance.
Yes, and not to fall in self-criticism or self-condemnation, to feel I am impartial judgment. Like
Right,
many
right.
people start to become self-critical to show that look, I am not judgmental at all. No?
Right. But what I found the one of the best lessons I'm finding along the way is that every time I go through these experiences, is there's always a lesson of love because he always reminds me of how I might be unconsciously judging, for example, family members. I come from a Latino family, very passionate, like maybe like Punjab Indians are very passionate too. So I live with my mother, my brother, aunt, and it's funny as I'm going deeper into Tantra, I'm also going deeper into my roots, really accepting where I come from, embodying everything I come, well, everything that makes me up, these roots that are fundamental um, to passing obstacles, no? So it's been really an interesting journey, very humbling. And I really also realized that one of the best virtue a man can entertain is just humility because it precedes wisdom. And the more simpler you will think of yourself, the more actually authentic you can be by truly realizing that I'm no better than anyone else, no? But that is the key also to be actually better in oneself, is to remain humble, remain simple, with also the deepest realization that whatever you get more than others, in that sense, in the spiritual path, more consciousness, more evolution, more awareness, more consciousness, more power coming from that. It's not even for yourself. You'll be bound to serve humanity in that way. So, to anyone saying that, I would say be prepared. If you want more power in life, be prepared to also be more in service to humanity because whatever we get is not for ourselves, it's for the world to share, especially in those times where there's a lot of violence, a lot of hatred, a lot of dissonance and separation. I find myself more and more in roles of sharing and just helping people in general. Now it's massages. We'll see what the future
That's
holds.
I'm interrupting. Is your time? I'm just interrupting.
No, that's all right. I'm done now.
I, after that, you can
I cut the connection is gone. I cannot.
this talk remind, and he says yes. Teacher doesn't mean that you can do and perform yourself performing ability. It means that students who come to your class and then they leave the class when they are leaving, they should be more loving, more gentle, more vulnerable, more open. That if you can create that, you are a yoga teacher.
Oh, that's nice. Well, I'm
That's
doing a
that's
lot
his
of.
definition.
I,
Just to
I'm doing.
remind, just remember. Yeah, keep on. We are listening. All ears, Marvin. Today, Marvin Day.
It's funny because I'm doing like massages, but it's not regular massages. I'm applying a lot of my experience, and I'm always doing deep talk for a lot of people, and I get sometimes very special people that just come for like one-time massage, but they come essentially for a deep talk. I had someone coming, she was very hurt. I could feel her heart was broken in pieces, so. At the same time, I'm giving a massage, I'm doing some deep talk. I had a lady that is considered very autistic, and I realized she's just misunderstood and mainly misunderstood by herself. She has different perception. She feels life more intensely. So I find myself in a space where, yeah, I'm helping a little bit certain people, which feels nice because I'm also helping myself in the process. But that is it. That is it. I have not much else to say. Yeah.
Can I ask a
St
question, Marvin?
yes, of course, please.
When you do massage, are you realized that you come to the field of healing.
Yeah, definitely. It's very humbling because my mind has to shut and I just become a vehicle for whatever goes through,
And
right?
the healing is very difficult task or difficult profession. It's like medicine.
Right.
Yeah, you became a doctor, and even more harder. I think with Guruji we discuss a lot about the healing, um, and, uh, and there are some rules how to protect yourself from the getting disease out of the patient to yourself, and you should know this. It's a tough rules, and I saw in my okay. Sometimes I saw people who start healing uh, and get sick themselves, and it's because it's exchange of energy,
Right, yeah.
and uh, so please go deep into the healing and try to find the protection side for yourself.
Something I really I could not do massage before, I realized because I was missing that. I think the thing that protects me the most is really the devotion and something I learned in India as I did a Reiki course and then I was practicing Reiki is the fundamental part of Reiki. Reiki is mental imagery, you draw symbols in your mind, in your hands, in your heart. But you don't need to do that. You only need to connect to that feeling, I realize, of becoming a channel for something else, right? That the moment you start doing that, that you realize you're not doing anything, that aspect of I is not doing anything, you become, there's a free flow, there's a free exchange, and there's nothing being attached. And yeah, there's definitely also a lot of spirits. I don't see much in the spirit world, but I've had like some experiences with negative entities, demonic things, and stuff. Over time, also came with the realization that they have a real specific purpose to teach us, actually, and also to test us if we're really enlightened. How will you handle these situations? And I think they're formidable teachers in that sense because there's like. It's easy to go sit in a cave or when you're not being bothered to be enlightened and feel good and do things. But the moment you're thrown back into situations where people are screaming at you, insulting you, things are flying, what you gonna do? How you gonna react now? That's what I love about life. And also from my family, I come from a also broken, emotionally broken family. Even myself, I've always had a lot of anxiety, also in my personality. So it's really interesting to see that. It's like that's the test of the yogi, not in the cave, but back in society. It's like, how do you behave? How do you behave as a human, also as an animal, no?
The tenth bull. You remember the tenth bull of the Zen?
No. What?
The story of the bull. There's a very famous. It's Japanese. Yes, like 10 bull stories. Like one person holding the tail of a bull, trying to control. No, he just sees that there is something like tail. Then he goes and holds the tail of the bull, and then the fight begins. And slowly, he gets to the horn of the bull at the ninth one, I think, that he gets control of the bull. And the tenth is he sits over the bull with a bottle of wine and walks over the street of the cities. This is the tenth Buddha. Like
All
that.
right.
So you can consider yourself something like this.
Well, it's true. It's a good analogy. Thank you.
The
Because
analogical truth.
no, I'm just enjoying the ride sometimes, especially with the day trading when the book comes out, and it's getting to yeah feel that real aspect and that just in day trading who just wants to oh man it's crazy. Well, you've done in trading yourself, so you might feel a little bit how it's how it makes the mind. But yeah, it's really nice. All I can say is I love life, and I thankful, and I'm thankful also for the sharings we have. Thank you for your presence, Pavel, Krishna ji. Thank you very much for everything. Also, I find myself just being also a lot of times grateful, joyful, of everything, because I realize that whatever I'm getting, also I'm getting through other people. I'm not doing anything anyways. Never, you know. You will get
Never.
I'm getting confirmations all the time. Most of the things I'm doing, I'm making things worse by overthinking, or just trying to rush or being so
Air element. Marvin, handle air element.
And are you realizing that the day trading is the prediction of the future?
Yeah, a lot of times.
And in the famous book Alice in Wonderland, the queen asked Alisa, "Can you remember the future?" And Alice said, "No, my mind is not so good." And the queen say, you should remember the future. But when you will try to remember the future, first you will see uh, nausea. I mean uh, the feeling in the body, which is gut feeling. Gut feeling is the feeling of the future, and you start to remember the future. So if you remember the future, the prices of the next day, it will be clear for you.
Too much noise here. Can you
But
hear?
but tell me now, it's your turn,
I
guys.
was
Tell me.
just too hard to concentrate here. They are both weak. But I hear all. The Shanti. This garbage collection. This man has problem. When he does not put the volume very high, people complain. You come and go, and we did not know when you come, when you walk. And he puts the volume high, the people who are close to the road, they complain, why you are putting volume so high? The poor man has to fight both.
So this is it for me, but now I'm all open ears. I would like to know also about you guys, about your path and how transformative this year has been, and at your level, because also you have a couple decades of experience ahead of me. So how does it look from there? Tell me.
Pavel is speaking.
Yes, well, let's start with Pavel and we
Okay.
end with Krishna ji.
Pavel, so shy to
Uh,
speak. Marvin, just oppose it. Give me a chance, please.
mm. Okay, for me this year was nice, beautiful, and we moved to the new city in Cyprus, but to the new city. It's like before 10 years we stay in one small town near the sea, a lot of tourists during the summer, nobody during the winter, so it's quiet. And my job was mainly online. Then we moved to the big city. And, it's like money capital of the Cyprus, called city called Limassol. And here we have, I don't know, 10 or 15 skyscrapers, and and a lot of traffic, and we put our daughter to the new school with new system of education, and she loves it. And at the beginning of the year, I start my new project, because all my life, I okay, in the first 2 years after the medical university, I work as a doctor, and but only few weeks ago I realized who is the best doctor, how the doctor is make hierarchy, and I realized that the best doctors, the doctors which are closer to death, which doctors which fighting with death every day. So the best doctors work in hospitals because they have power and they enjoy of fighting with the death. Even in emergency department, people came, they have to do it quickly to put some analysis, do some treatment, and get patient out of emergency situation back to life. Or if they miss something, person will go to the cemetery. This is the very, very, very accurate criteria of the good or bad doctors. Bad doctors stay in their private place. They prescribe something on paper. They don't even touch patients. In 90% of the time, they don't. They're afraid to touch the patients, and they prescribe something. They don't even know if the patient will buy this medicine or take it or will be healthy. They don't care. They live and they fight with each other. They make a competition between these kind of doctors. In the hospital, there is no competition. If the doctors is feeling that he don't have enough possibility to treat the patient, he asks help from everybody. They create a group of the doctors, discuss it, find out the proper solution, and get and fight with the death. So they're like fighters. And and now I'm in my project. I creating the healing space. I mean, the space for oasis of wisdom. We discuss with Guruji a lot. The space where the people will live longer. Will live longer. Unfortunately, yes, the places that many places that now government owned for the old people, this is the places where the people live less. The death rate there is incredible. Okay, in 6 months, half of the people dies. So it's very, very, very fast dying place. But the idea is to create a special place, special village, global village for the people who will live longer. And idea is very interesting. And I every day almost I find people who are very really willing to help to fulfill this idea. So this is the about the job, and I think till the end of the year we'll find the land, we'll find the money, and we will buy the land and create a project. And next year we'll start building. But also maybe this project will be it will be added like a big rehabilitation center next to this village. Uh, Even university will start build there. Even the kindergarten, the kindergarten, so the place for kids also will be there. And okay, so it's growing. Uh, from my spiritual side, it's very interesting um, that I still receive a lot of information. I saw that Krishna did say that on one day he stopped reading books. But I still read a lot. Not read, I hear audio books. I do it every day, and I realized that maybe sooner or later I will stop it.
No, I am not reading because I am not doing detail work. If you want to go in detail, in micro, you will have to read books. But if you are just seeing on a bird's eye view, macro level, then just small sutras are enough just to read one. But if you are like management fundamentals, you don't need to go in details about books. The essence you can get in macro level. But if you want to enter into a management situation, then you need to go in detail, and so you are in a detailing process.
Yes.
If I go
Still.
also in detailing process, suppose I have to write a book, then I will have to read. That's why I don't write book. No, right? No. Oh my God! I thought I have to read so many books just to write one book. I said no. I will just give this course. That's it.
Yes. And I also realized that when I read the book, I have to make some notes to remember. Then I realized why I'm making notes. Because in my I want to transfer this knowledge to somebody, and it's also the part of egoistic process to transfer the proper knowledge. You feel yourself, you put yourself in the position of teacher.
No, Pavel. It's just instinctive. It's not egoistic. Please correct it. It's instinctive to passing on knowledge to father to child or mother to child to next generation is instinctive, and it's a very vital point to communicate with two generations. This intention connects the two generations. Pure intention of one generation of father, parents, to transfer pure knowledge that protects the child. It's an instinct. It's not egoistic. Like instinctive ego, you can say, if some father does it or some mother does it, succeeds it, they are very proud. I managed to transfer, I managed to make my child this much knowledgeable. I managed to transfer this. So it's a part of proud, Paramarth Kali, the great essence. The intensity feel, the emotion you will feel is the ninth one. If you go into that emotion, the time will go into the ninth dimension of intensity to feel that the great essence. So it's contributing, this contributes when it sublimates, it transfers to be a part of your importance of being, the great essence. This instinct transforms later. Then it goes to ninth one. When it remains between 1 to 4, yes, it's egoistic. Until Yam Kali, fifth one. It's egoistic. But if you transfer, look at it purely, then it will, your vision will clean the instinct, and then you will say, no, it's a part of my great essence. It's not to condemn this instinct as egoistic. It's only until 1 to 4. So as a meditator, take it immediately to ninth. Anything coming to ego, ego is equated with soul. Do not allow it to equate with death. Go to deathlessness. So immediately equate how it is, see in a way that it connects to the great essence of you, of being, proving importance of your existence. You don't exist purposelessly. There is a purpose. And it's contributing to the great essence. Paramarth Kali. And then you will see the energy of Paramarth Kali. It's cleaning your instinct and shining your great importance. Param Arth, the great essence. Mahat. That is called yoga. First we sense Mahat, the intelligence, the evolute, the first evolute. Always sensing. So now your journey is very close. 9, 10, 11, 12. So go to ninth. Immediately in Tantra, go to ninth if possible.
Okay. So yes, I still get a lot of information. Maybe next step is to transfer this knowledge. Yes, because to keep it in myself and it's
knowledge
not digest.
You cannot keep. Just like you have semen and you say, I will not reproduce. I will not ejaculate into mid-sleep. As a doctor, you understand what will happen. No?
Yes,
It is
yes.
injections. So same way
So
here. Same way here. Remember, it's a reproductive process. We are not yogi, tantrics. We support the reproductive process. We admire, we worship the instinct so that it sublimates and becomes the part of great essence, the ninth one. We jump, directly jumping from 1 to 9, at least.
yes, and yes, I really happy that I have my project, so I can create different things out of this knowledge. For example, healthy food. Okay, everybody talk about the healthy food, but what is the food for longevity? What kind of food, what behavior of eating will give people longevity? So it's what is the timing of life and what, because the yogi day is the very very special day in sun cycle. Yes, when the night is small, shortest night, and daytime is the biggest night, so it's a special day, and India choose this day and block it for
21st.
uh,
Summer solstice.
yeah,
No? Today is summer
yes,
solstice.
yes, and that it's a special reason for this day. And for yogi it's also not few days ago I realized that when we discussed the tantra. And when the people say, I'm practicing yoga, and they start with asanas. But the
And
most
I practice hatha yoga, not
yeah,
general me.
but if you look at Patanjali, if you start practicing yoga, the first step is yama, the second step is niyama, and then asana. So So, and if they practice said, I'm a yogi, you do yama and niyama. Why you don't do yama and niyama? So, and this is the most difficult part of the yoga. Yama and niyama, non-judgment, uh, non-violence. It's the most important part, the basement of the yoga. And how? Okay, you can do strong asanas, but if you don't do yama, so what?
Yeah,
So,
then it becomes a circus. That's the
and
difference
then
between
and
a circus performance and a performance of a yogi. What is the difference?
and also in the yogi teaching course and teachers course, I think for yama and yama they spend only 1 day or maybe half a
Yeah.
day just mentioning it and go forward. And
Nothing, just 10 commandments, 10 seconds,
yeah,
10 commandments.
yes, and this is the uh, and also about the knowledge. I start realizing that okay, we have all the knowledge in ourselves, in the universe, and teaching is not. It's the remembering process.
Recognizing, yeah, remember. Recognizing, also remembering, also you can.
Yes, recognizing. So.
First recognizing
Um,
and then remembering.
so I realize that when I get new information, if I understand this information, the roots and how what is about, and so I don't put a note. It's mean that I can reproduce this information anytime because I find the place of this information in my mind. So it's uh, and for example, I was very very connected with flowers, with herbs, with trees, and but then came then we discussed the time and came the information about how the modern scientists how they measure 1 second. Um, 1 second is they put the crystal of cesium 133 and measure how much time it vibrating, and in 1 second it vibrating 9 billion times.
Beyond mind, you can't imagine.
And now I realize that all the stones, they are so heavy and so solid, but they are very, very fast vibrating, 9 billion times in 1 second. So it's, and then I start looking to the stones differently.
Intellectual knowledge, even intellectual knowledge
Special
is
knowledge?
changing perception.
Yes.
Changing perception. And if perception change, means intelligence is going to be affected. There is a chance of
Yes.
awakening. Whenever perception shifts, like you had a perception and paradigm shift to another perception, between this paradigm shift, you have awakening.
Yes. So I hope that yes, I will give more. I will receive more knowledge. I will receive more understanding, recognizing, and I also like the idea that I find during this year that there is a small story when the students came to the guru and asked, Guruji, who is your guru? And he said, you. So I mean,
For me,
any
it's fully
person,
true. For
any
me,
person
it's
we meet,
fully true.
yes, any person we meet, I meet, he became my guru. And even inside the family, it's also uh, okay.
Right.
Thank you very much.
So you know how like I started with you. I didn't know that I have so much knowledge. I know already, no? But now I'm knowing each time. So I started. Oh, this I don't know at all. Let's teach this one, no? Because I don't know at all this one. Oh, I did not teach Vigyan Tantra. I did not know this techniques, no? This angle I never saw. Okay, let's make a course like this. So none was in my mind. Even now, what next will be from? Don't know. But slowly we end up, and now we are coming to theory of recognition, divine pulsation, and this recognition. What we are talking, we are coming slowly to that point. It's automatically evolving by itself. After that, who knows? But I don't know that I know something. Anything you ask, it will be there. So this is very true to understand as a teacher that your disciples are your guru. Because through them, otherwise what? I didn't know that I can create 50 courses. I never thought how to create it. But one upon another, just situation demanding, I keep on responding, looking, responding. This is it. So many courses are created. This Tantra actually it was our target, but it took 3 years to come to this point to discuss about it, because if you don't know yoga, if you cannot jump from 1 to 9, the great essence, Mahat, the first Purusha, the evolute, the Mahat, you cannot practice Tantra because it's not starting with mind, it is starting with ego. Tantra directly sublimating the ego process. It's changing the whatever changes it makes in ego, not in mind. So immediately you jump 1 to 9, means the great importance. That is in yoga we call Sankhya Yoga, the first step to know. So we say if you don't know Sankhya Yoga, if you don't know even to perceive the importance of whatever you are doing and how it is reflecting your great importance. It doesn't matter, it's a glass of drinking water. It doesn't matter, actually doesn't matter. You are going to take a glass of water. How does it serving for you to bring importance of your existence in this world? How you see? Do you have this vision to see that drinking of one glass of water has a great importance in the plane of existence you are existing? That is the great Paramakali. Very interesting, amazing energy, amazing flow of energy when you start to see your each action reflecting your consciousness of great importance. So your walking has a great importance, Paramakali. That's your Isht. If you can jump, 9th. And you must jump. Otherwise, you can't understand recognition. You have to immediately jump to the ego to see the great essence of you. That great essence will refine more, connecting to another dimension. But this great essence also relating you down to 8 kalis, the 8 time zones. So here, each action you have to see directly. So you say that your each act reflects your consciousness. It's not small or not big. Not that you will create an oasis of village, and when you will be successful after 7 or 5 years, then you will say, oh, this is the great importance of I feel. This we call sansarins. This kind of thinking we will say sansarin. And yogi, no, for yogi, each fraction of movement into that direction is living with the great essence, bringing the great essence into it. So it's not that what you do is the style, the energy, the intensity you are bringing into the act. And it's relating to the great importance of self that will be almost awakened. Otherwise, you can act out of greed and see your greed, or fear, or anger, whatever. But if you can see directly, it's relating to the importance of your being. And that is real, actual. Your world is not Maya. Right. This is real. You can see it. You can sense it. You can convert it into money. Very concrete, physical. That's world is real. And there, Tantra will begin from here. Anything to jump mind, the great essence. Beyond Bhadrakali. Yeah. Beyond Bhadrakali, the great essence, Paramak. And then slowly with this, and when it remains only 1 to 12. 112, 112 means Spanda. We started to learn 1 to 4, 1 to 5, 1 to 9, and 1 to 12, the end one, then it becomes contraction and expansion of the universe, the Spanda principles. And for this, you need to understand one word that's called universe. The definition of a universe. And we will enter slowly from here to the divine creative pulsation. Let's run Gemini. No light. Internet is very slow. I'm using my mobile.
And India has its wisdom how to live without electricity.
Share with Gemini. I opened this in Gemini because another one I have opened in Grok, the 7 perceivers. So it's continuing talk there. I will open a new talk here with entering into Spanda principles, and we need to understand This is very tough. Understand Spanda principle. You need to know Advaita Vedanta. 3 visions. How non-dualism seeing the things, how yogis seeing the things, how tantric seeing the things. I mean universe. This is crux of the wisdom of and more fighting point of Indian philosophy. To define part and whole and one and this, just need to understand very simple universe. Only one word to understand. With all hullabaloo, he will understand. But just understand one word, universe, that this universe will contract and expand. So, on the level of intelligence, what will contract and what will expand? Where the vibration will begin? It will begin in a universe. So, on intelligence level, what is a universe? Just on intellectual level to understand, so I can lead you further. So this is very interesting. The quintessence of quantum physics, the world of nothing impossible zone in quantum world, and seeing macro micro effects in real time. In real time effects. So this is the essence of Indian tantric wisdom, Spanda. So be very careful and handle, Kali, they are very dangerous. You see photographs? Remember, it's scary because mistake means great mistake. Death, yeah. So no fiddling around, following exact what to do, what not to do. So here, how big can the universe be? No? Like if you keep on imagining and you will go beyond your mind. Diameter, the diameter of the observable universe, and they are beyond that. 93 billion light years. No, we cannot be. How big? Like you can't see the beginning and end. You just can hunch, create conjectural theories. But nothing, nothing certain about it. Anyway, if you go to the big, it will take you beyond mind. Because how big? Any instrument you are using, after using all the instrument is still beyond it. So using all your senses, things, instruments of knowledge is still beyond it. Vastness. One area in expansion mode going beyond mind. One expansion. No, you are going beyond mind. How you feel? You are flying. If you just think, use even not your ego. When ego will expand, it's a different experience. But here we are at the time intensity zone of 4th or even 5th. Even 5th, where just idea touching the mind. Idea just touching the mind. The intensity of time living, 5. And in this intensity, you see that you cannot hold it. Big. So this experience, what you are feeling, it's called unmesha. No, I meditated, fly high. What does it mean? Experience of unmesha, one term, technical term. Tantra, technical term. It's called unmesha. That's experience, meditation, expansion mode. Beyond the entire universe, beyond observable. It's sending us whatever science can bring this information about around the world, just a bubble around us. No? Now you understand Indian mystic singing that your life is just a bubble of one bubble in the rain. Rain is happening and your life is just a bubble in the rain which is falling and creating. That's your ego inflating and dying into this consciousness. That's your importance of existence. But in what way? Quantum way. That was macro way. And this is microwave in quantum world. Okay? So here, the entire universe. So in quantum world, we are just a bubble. 70 years of life in the rain, one bubble. It happened because a raindrop fall over the flat surface of water and a bubble was formed, and next moment it disappeared. That's our one life span on this earth. In quantum world of the big infinite universe. One vibration there. Here it cost us 70 years. That's the time intensity, time and space interrelationship. Okay, unknown size, flat geometry, whatever you like to, how small, the idea, no? We are working with idea, mind, not bringing the ego. When we practice methodology, it will be bringing the ego, working with, experiencing with ego. But just for intellectual understanding, that whole idea is centered around a word called universe. Planck length. How is small? The Planck length, value, whatsoever, the Planck time. Here is the time. Who counts? I cannot, my mind will go beyond. But it's also beyond imagination. In both way, we are going, it's beyond mind, both way. So one, if you go beyond mind there, you say, I'm flying high, expanding myself, feeling so spacious, I'm so big, so expanding, so, kind, giver kind of feeling. One feeling in meditation, if you meditate, and another will be just opposite. I'm nobody. I'm nobody. Yeah. So another will be immediately. So mind will move into polarities. Yeah. That's the spanda of the mind. Everything will vibrate. Mind will also vibrate. Mind will also vibrate. So one time it will vibrate on expansion mode. Another contraction. Oh my God. He becomes so scared. Oh my God. What to report to the ego? You are nobody, nothing, a dust particle. The mind goes completely. Yes.
And when it came the idea of multi-dimensional universe, so there are different universes.
They are here. The multi-dimensional universe is here. If you see Kali, 1 to 12 is a great. If you follow the crumb, the system. System is you go through the sequence, like mathematically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you make it like this, now is Panda 112. And this is called wormhole, which you are saying the intensity, like you can enter from this physical first to directly to 12, you have to go through a wormhole. And this is the wormhole, contraction and expansion. Suddenly everybody, suddenly nobody.
Yes, but
at the same time.
if you enter another dimension,
yeah, this is the wormhole.
It's another universe. And,
and so 1 and 12 directly connected. You are not going like this. 1 and 12 directly connected. The intensity is very high. Then it's Khechari Mudra. It's real-time connection. You are not losing your body. You are like, otherwise, in 1 second in 12, here your 100 years, 1,000 years will pass in this dimension. So your body will disappear. So this is the whole trick of India. This is the whole drama of Tantra. That in real time, there you will spend 1 second, and here also you are spending 1 second only. Otherwise, you will die. Immediately, body will deteriorate. And that's real time living called Jivan Mukta. That's the idea of Tantra. That's the idea that's selling since years. This is the idea Tantra is selling. That this is the possibility. Find this way to connect. Jump from sense organs touches, and you have a choice to jump. Where? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Build your awareness. Open your vision. Wake up. No? And find who are you. Go to ego, if you can. 9, 10, 11, 12. Begin with 9. Not with 10, but begin with anywhere.
Right.
And your awareness level decides your plane of existence, your perception, and you can say, here I am at the level of consciousness. Where are you? Here I am. Living in this time intensity, under this space. Here I am. This is my IP address. To find me in the matrix.
And it's also, last time we discussed 7 layers of observer. So we can observe the spanda from different layers.
Yeah, from different levels. Yeah, from different levels. On the very ground level, you can see Tantra system practicing, eyes expanding maximum. So each organ which has maximum contraction and expansion are used. And where you have, like you have ears, your ear expands immediately. Wisdom, and your ear 10 times expanding. No? And oh, nonsense, immediately contracts. So Tantra works like this, and we have many organs. It has capacity to enlarge, expand many times. All the sense organs have like this: eyes, nose, each taste buds. Each organ, the moment it comes to experience and harmony, they will expand and then contract. You can choose anyone to enter the gate.
If you try hot chili pepper, it's
yeah, certainly, yes. So you can choose to enter from, this is the gate. The senses are the way to door to divine, to God, to Shiva, to Shakti. And through you enter through any senses which is expanding, and then wherever you go, that's the area of your contraction and expansion. You are vibrating between 1 to 12, 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 9, and under the perceiver. So the perceiver is also, the more you go 1 to 12, perceiver will go from 1 to 7 also. They are correlating. So the time and space are always in balance. They are never separate. Time and space always correlating and confirming to either 5 or 6 or 10 or 12, depending on your level of existence and the gradation of your penance. That's where we relocate. Who are you? We don't say who are you, we ask who is your Isht, which Kali you worship. That decides where are you. And who are you? Nobody asks who are you, because you are considered one with deity. So your personal identity here doesn't matter. So people just introduce tantric, she or he is my Isht, that's it. And you understand what he's doing, what she's doing, where she is, the plane of existence, and according to that you correlate. So here, who am I? I'm not here. Tantra, where I am. Because world is real. It's not Maya. If it is Maya, it doesn't matter wherever I am in the Maya. We have to come out of it. No, your world is real. So it's very important to know for a tantric where I am, first of all. You are in Mexico or in Cyprus. This is most important knowledge for you to understand. Whatever you act doesn't matter. So if you know where you are, and you act, we say we are acting out of consciousness. You will act out of the mind, your body, or your consciousness. Yes.
How the span of two people are interrelated?
Next,
okay, because
next session.
okay.
So here I will end up with just giving you an overview and correlating with the time, space. I will be keep on relating, no? Time, space, and 112 techniques for practical methodology. These three interrelation you need to understand. And then with your growth has more fibers, which is attachment to this whole process. Attachment to the whole process of transformation and the knowledge. Like, I'm finishing, soon, just give him 2 minutes. Masuliaji is coming.
Yes.
Yes, Masuliaji, please keep your video on. Yeah. We are almost concluding, and we give you time, as much time you can take to conclude the whole thing. Masuliaji, it's your time to talk.
Happy International Yoga Day. Actually, I was busy in some other activity, so I could not attend the same Tantra class. But meanwhile, Swamiji has given an insight.
No, not about this class. We are just saying how you spend your 1 year and how much you practice and what you want to give a message to the meditators, and they can have some benefit of your insights. Just we are take not more than 1 year, something like that.
Okay. I'm not seeing.
Your personal experiences and personal messages with your own experience.
My experience with Swamiji was amazing, and whatever he's giving the insight of Tantra, like what is the difference between Tantra and Yoga. In Tantra, your ego and your what you call your Atma is same, and in Yoga, mind and Chetana it is compared, like what is your mind and your hello and Swamiji teaching has changed a lot in me. It has given whatever you call, it is enhanced my capacity to absorb the things, number one, and clarity in mind, number two. Number three is ability to face adverse situation, and so many things. And among all, Swamiji inside has given a thing, beautiful thing, I can express in writing. Lot more. Thank you, Swamiji. I am in different.
Okay. So we say Happy International Day, and you keep your program wherever you are. And see you next Saturday to expand the principles.
Thank you.